Hi angels, it's Hailey Reese, and today's video is one that I'm excited to share with you for primarily because I'm excited to hear your guys' opinions, and you're going to be able to help out and give advice to a fellow Reese's Pieces who is dealing with what I'm about to share with you guys. As you guys know, or if you're new here, I'll let you know, I have an email in my description box that I have for you guys to send me in your stories, your experiences, your questions, all of that. And while that is super backed up and it takes a long time for me to get through it, I do my best to read as many as I possibly can. I just recently came across an email from a woman by the name of Jaylene, and Jaylene is dealing with something she believes to be demonic and something that she believes to be completely possessing her. And she turned to me to share her story and to hope that I could give her some sort of advice. I've done my best to point her in the right direction and give her the best advice that I can, but then I asked her if she would want or mind for me to put this here on my channel so that the rest of you guys can give your opinions and share what you think is occurring and if you do believe it is a demonic possession. So that is what we're going to be talking about for today. I have been corresponding with her for a while now, and I've read the email so many times that I've basically memorized everything that she's going through right now, and so I'm just going to relay it as best I can and share her story with you guys. So yeah. Before I get into this specific story though, I would just like to let you guys know or remind you that I am uploading every single day for this month, both here and on my vlog channel, which is linked in my description. So if you enjoy my content and you want to spend the end of 2018 with me, I would love it if you would go ahead and click that subscribe button and join the Reese's Pieces and live out the best, spookiest lives we can for the remainder of this year. But without further ado, let's just dive right on into Jaylene's story because it's really chilly. So when she wrote into me, she told me that this started 2 months prior to her sending in the email. And basically, she proceeded to tell me that 2 months prior, she had went with a couple of her friends to the site of this abandoned home in her area. Now, this home, she gave me a brief history on, and basically, she said that the home was abandoned and nobody would buy it because they believed it was haunted. Apparently, a teenage girl had killed her family in the home, and when the police arrested her, she went ahead and told them that a spirit made her do it. And she was diagnosed with extreme mental health problems and admitted into a institution. She was institutionalized. So her and her friends headed to this site because the space is supposed to be haunted, and they brought with them a Ouija board. Now, you guys know how I feel about Ouija boards, but what's done is done, and I don't feel that it's important for us to dwell on what occurred. It's more so important for us to focus on what's happening now and how she can fix it. So they went there with this Ouija board and they began playing with it. Now, she said that nothing strange, out of the ordinary, or scary happened while they were on the property with the Ouija board. They didn't get any real straight answers. There was no obvious of anything being haunted other than their adrenaline and their fear with just being there. There was nothing that occurred that would lead her to believe what was about to follow. So they have this experience at this home and they don't have anything that comes along with it, and they just return back to their lives. She said shortly after this, strange things started to happen. She began waking up with scrapes and bruises in places where she couldn't physically reach, and they looked like nail marks. She started having really horrible nightmares that she wouldn't remember what occurred, but she would wake up sweating and crying and just like her heart racing. She started hearing strange noises in her house, specifically associated with nail scratching, and all of these things started unfolding around her. Initially, she said that she didn't think it was anything paranormal. She just found it really strange, and she definitely didn't associate it with that home. After this, though, she said where she started to realize something was really off is she started missing time. She would do things or spend a day doing things, and all of a sudden it would be like she just woke up and the whole day had passed, but she couldn't remember any part of that day. Sometimes she would find that she had left the house. Sometimes she would find that she had made full-on meals. She was doing all these things, but yet she doesn't remember it. She said the missing time started more so as she would go to do something and she would completely blank on it, and little things like that, until eventually a whole day would go by and she would forget the entire day. Now, during this time of the missing time occurring, she started suffering from extreme nosebleeds when she would come back into it, which she wasn't somebody who had suffered from nosebleeds prior. So she said that she would come back into it, she would not remember anything that happened, and her nose would be bleeding. So to put into perspective, she's losing time, she's losing full days, her nose is bleeding, she's waking up with scratches and bruises, she's hearing scratching down her walls, and all the while, now it's starting to feel as though maybe something paranormal is happening. So that's when she starts to really freak out and she starts to sage her place. So she started to sage her home, sage her energy, and she started to pray. That night, she had a dream, you guys, where she was in third person, watching them playing with the Ouija board at this property, and all of a sudden she heads down towards herself. Her hand comes out. She said the hand was the most creepy, bony, long fingernailed hand she'd ever seen, and it just scratches down her back and she wakes up. So that's when she decided to send me an email. She said that she truly believes that was a representation of something that formed an attachment to her that night, that it's slowly taking over her body, that it's slowly possessing her. She justifies this by the fact that she's losing time. Like, she's going about a day and doesn't remember any bit of it. She wakes up as though she's just come back, her nose starts bleeding, and she doesn't know what's occurred. So that is absolutely terrifying. Now, that was all that she told me in the initial email. And then she proceeded to ask me what I think she should do to help her situation. She said that saging doesn't help. Anytime she tries to sage, she has this nightmare where this thing just grabs a hold of her. And it's strange because she's the thing grabbing a hold of her, if that makes any sense. So I asked her if she's tried videotaping her days or setting up a camera and seeing what she does while she's in this. She said that she hasn't, but she's going to go and purchase a camera and set it up and see what she does when she has the missing time, because I think that will help her to really figure it out. I also advised her to go talk to her doctor about it, just in case, you know, her missing time is nothing to do with the paranormal. But I don't know what to think of this whole situation. It does sound like the early stages of possession. But overall, I really wanted to bring this here to you guys, share her experience, and ask what you all think she should do. I've made recommendations on things that she can get to protect herself. I've made recommendations on things that she can do to protect herself. We've been emailing back and forth. I advised her to get the camera so she could see what on earth she's doing in the span of time that is lost, because that's a terrifying thought, to think that you can go about a whole day and not remember any of your day that occurred. Like, that is terrifying to me. So make sure you guys go ahead and drop your comments down below. Jaylene is going to be reading them and kind of trying to figure out what's going on, and hopefully she gets back to me. I don't know, you guys. It just gives me complete chills, and to think that something may have formed an attachment is just so scary, and the losing of the time and the nosebleeds is really, really concerning to me. So that's what one of our fellow Reese's Pieces is going through. I'm definitely going to be praying for her and sending love, light, and positivity her way. If you guys believe in the power of prayer, definitely send some prayers Jaylene's way. And I wish that there was more that I could do to help, but I'm going to do my best to help her out in this time. Well, you guys, that is it for today's video. I thought that you guys would enjoy hearing what one of our Reese's Pieces is going through, and hopefully give her some advice as to what you think is occurring and what you think she should do. This video was really impromptu. I just decided to film it because I just felt like you guys are amazing, and you will definitely, if anything, just send positive energy her way, which she certainly needs right now. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys are new to my channel or you are just not yet subscribed but you do enjoy my videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I will be uploading every single day this month, and I would love to spend the end of the new year with why do I keep saying that? The end of the year with you guys. And please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness, and until tomorrow, I love you guys.